All right, let's get right into it. We're not just talking about a place. We're talking about a whole new foundation, a new territory. This is Zawadi Tech Lodge, and it's all about one thing, establishing your sovereign ground.
So we're going to start this with intention. Peace to the family, peace to the gods, peace to the builders. Hold on to that.
Okay, so what we're about to break down here, this entire idea, it really all comes down to one single central question. And honestly, it's a question you can't avoid.
And I really want you to let this one hit you. How long, seriously, how long are you going to let them extract value from your story, your culture, your data, all while you're just sleeping in someone else's system? A system that, let's be real, was never built for you to win in the first place?
So, to even begin to answer that, you first have to recognize the lie. The big lie we've all been told. You know, that story they spun to keep their system running smoothly.
It started with this one. The idea that to make it, you had to get out. You had to leave. That success was always over there and never right here at home.
And then came the next part. Trade your culture for a check. Water down who you are. Make your story easy for them to swallow. And maybe, just maybe, they'll cut you a check.
So what do? You build. But you're building on their platforms. You're building on rented land. Land where they own your content, they control who sees it, and they can change the rules on you overnight.
And the punchline to this whole joke? Be grateful for the crumbs. You're supposed to just be happy with the scraps they throw you from a table you helped build with your own hands. Insane, right?
So, what's the response to that whole narrative? It's simple. It's powerful. We just said, nah, we're not playing that game anymore. The game has changed.
And this is the alternative. This is that new territory we're talking about. Welcome to Sovereign Ground, a place where our heritage isn't some dusty thing in a museum. No, it's the actual blueprint for building the future.
So what do we even mean by sovereign ground? Look, it's a total shift in thinking. It's the space, digital and physical, where your footprint, your content, your very identity stops making them rich and starts building your empire. It's where you go from being the resource to being the ruler. Simple as that.
And the name itself, it holds the entire key. Zawadi. In Swahili, it means gift. See, this isn't about us giving you something you don't have. It's about reminding you of the gift you already own. The power, the culture, the brilliance, that's already yours.
And you gotta understand, this isn't just happening in some random place. This is Zanzibar, a place where traders were building empires centuries before Wall Street even existed. So what we're doing, it's not some brand new idea. We're just upgrading an ancient operating system. Okay, so that's the big idea. Let's get practical. Let's talk about the actual tools, the architecture of sovereignty that's here to help you build your empire.
It all starts with the space itself. We're talking 10 rooms, but these aren't just rooms. You've got the Swahili room, the Messiah room, Nubian, Afrofuturist. You don't just sleep here. You think of them as portals. Each one is designed specifically to make you remember who you are.
And then you get the creator's arsenal. State-of-the-art studios, 4K cameras, green screens, professional podcast booths, even AI innovation labs. But here's the key, right? These tools aren't here to help you copy someone else's style. They exist to amplify your voice, to make your content 100% undeniably, authentically you.
And this right here really breaks it down. The old way, taking courses to learn how to be a better employee. The Zawadi way, we're talking 6-week intensives designed to help you build an empire. We're not about theory. We're about the 95 different ways you can actually make $100 to $1,000 a day. It's about action.
So you might be asking, who is this really for? And look, this isn't for everybody. This is not a vacation resort. It's a rallying point. It's a movement. And it's specifically for the builders and the anomalies.
This is for the content creator out there who is just sick and tired of renting out studios in cities that don't get, and frankly don't even respect, the story you're trying to tell.
It's for the digital nomad, the one who loves the freedom to work from anywhere but still feels that deep pull, that need to be rooted, to connect with culture, with home, with a real foundation.
And yeah, this is for the diaspora. For every single person who's been searching for home and finally realized that home isn't just something you find in the past, it's something you build for the future. And that future, it's the Afrofuture.
And that brings us right here to the final point.
This is not some far-off dream. It's not a 5-year plan. The door is open. The invitation is on the table, right now.
So let's just reframe that whole final thought. The question isn't whether you're ready. Come on, you were born ready. The real question, the only question that matters is, are you ready to build?
So, we end right where we started, on sovereign ground, with a mission that is crystal clear. Peace to the family, peace to the gods, and peace to the builders. Now, let's get to work.